What up, family? Welcome back to Yeah, I Said It, the podcast for all things sports, the podcast for the fans and by us, the fans. And today, we talking James Harden, a little bit of LeBron James, and you know we got to go over our picks next on Yeah, I Said It Sports. Subscribe, y'all, please. Subscribe. What up, y'all? Welcome back. Yeah, I said it. We jumping straight into it. James Harden. You know, we talked about the trade. You know, we talked about everything to do with James and how we felt about it. So far, looks like it ain't working. LA's having a time. Is James the bad luck guy? I'm gonna just come out and say, is James the bad luck guy? Like he got there and they just started losing. Is James the bad luck guy? I'm just asking. I'm asking for a friend, you know? Because he got there, Philly started winning, they started losing. Like, is James the bad luck guy?
Hold up.
Yeah, he's a system. Remember, he's not a system player. He's a system.
So is the system bad and is it bad luck? Is what I'm asking.
They was already losing before he got there. It just so happened they ain't won since he got there, though. The biggest thing is with the way James Harden has been successful, it's going to have to be the way that I think they're going to have to let him play, which just means that he's going to have to dominate the ball, and then you're just going to have to see what happens. It's too many ball-dominant players, man. That's how I feel. Like, at least Russ going to take a bad shot every now and then, but he going to play point guard too. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that James can't play point guard, but Kawhi not a spot-up shooter. Like, Paul George not a spot-up shooter. Like, these dudes need the ball in their hand. And James Harden gonna need to dominate the ball. But he don't necessarily look good in these games either. You know what I'm saying?
No.
I will say that too. But I'm not gonna say that it's all his fault. But hey, you part of the big four. I guess y'all got a big four. I mean, I don't know, man. It's looking rough for the Clippers, bruh. Like, this experiment just keeps going down the tubes, bruh. Like, I don't know. Hey, I don't think this is what the owner envisioned. You know, when he had the Kawhi with the keys to the city and Kawhi's town and blah, 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 blah. Shoot. Everybody done made noise in California except for the Clippers, damn it. So even Phoenix done been. I mean, LA don't want a ship. The other LA don't want a ship. Golden State don't want another ship. Right? Y'all can't even get to the conference finals.
That's tough, man.
And now the Kings is making the playoffs.
It's ugly. What you mean? Shit, Denver just won. Like, this whole Clippers experiment was a bust.
Yeah, I feel like we were saying, man, they probably should have gave up on this shit about 2 years ago. And I feel like it's about 2 years too late. Like, I feel like all of these players had more value about 3 years ago. And then you go and get a James Harden. And at this point, like, I agree with you, man. He's just, me personally, I just don't think he's a piece that fits. What he does well is not what they need. They needed someone who is versatile on the offense and defensive end. and can take over offensively, but they don't need him to do that every night. It's just when one of the big, 2 or 3, whatever you want to call them, whenever James is there, he needs to step up and be that guy when Paul's down or when Kawhi is down or hell when Westbrook is down and he's out. He needs to be that third guy, you know what I'm saying, that fourth guy to come in and get some buckets. But you also got to be that way on the defensive end too. He's just not going to be that. I think he's flat out a liability. It is what it is. At this point,
Hold
he
on.
ain't changing.
Hold on. Or somebody got to come off the bench. Who is it?
Do we need to say this?
Who is it?
Shit, I feel like it should be James.
You feel like James Harden should come off the bench? What about
Yeah,
you, Blair? Or you think they got to make it work? Like all four of them got to start. Which, if all four of them start, they already small.
I don't know, man. So like I think some of it has to be timing. It just has to be. Like I can't see another way around it. They just need some time. But also like the way he plays is not really the way they play, because the style of play just holds the ball way too long, man. And I'm gonna give him some time, but I don't think it's gonna work out super well unless he comes off the bench. I do think it's gonna have to be him.
James, I think the only way this works is if Russ come off the bench.
Russ?
Because the only way it could really work is if like because you got James Harden, you can play. I feel like you can manipulate Paul George and Kawhi minutes more. So when Russ coming off the bench, he at least playing with one of them. He can still play extended minutes, but I don't see a way that you could just clog all four of them on the floor and it's just gonna work. Like, because James Harden, he already a liability on defense. Russ hustle make up for his defense, but all of these guys are older now. And Paul George still play good D, go give you buckets. Kawhi still play good D, give you buckets. Or like if one of them get hurt, somebody got to get hurt.
Yeah, that's wild.
Should have did what they should do is trade James Harden for a big man.
yes.
I don't know if they can do that since they just traded for him, but that's what they should have did. They should have got a big man. But yeah, or ship somebody. You got to ship somebody.
That's the
Somebody gotta
team,
go.
bro. I feel like I don't know. Maybe they'll have to stagger it somehow, but they're gonna have to flip it.
And the Clippers ain't winning shit, man.
Yeah,
You don't think
I think we do
yeah,
have to
man, I
give
think
it.
they'll give him a second.
Yeah, I do think we have to give it a little
I'd have
bit
been
more
giving them
time.
a second for fucking 5 years now at this
I
point.
got you,
But
man.
it's a new piece. It's a new piece. It's a new piece. They do have
Is
to
it?
work him in.
Is it?
It is. It's James Harden. It's a new piece. They do have to work him in. But me personally, I think the ship done sailed already, man. I think it was time for them to go ahead and break these guys up 2 years ago. Last year, they keep running it back. Why I don't
I don't
know.
think they need something. No, they can't break him up. You got to give him a chance. I mean, they got to let him run the contract out. It's all lined up now. But you got to like, I don't know, man, because James is not. I don't know if it was a great idea to trade for him. I didn't think it was when they did it, but Ty Lue, they usually work it out somehow, and
I think they were
it's
better before the
crazy.
trade. They were a better team before the trade. And they traded a lot of their assets and good players to Philly, and Philly was like, we will gladly take all these good assets and put them with our MVP, and they're looking good. So it is what it is, man. I definitely thought that Philly had won the trade to begin with, and it's still appearing to be that way right now. So, hey, if it is true that they just they don't be any good, and if I'm the owner, I'm not paying these dudes all that money. Not again. For what? For the same results? We ain't done shit. So at that point, you know what I'm saying? Time to start over. I'm willing to pay whoever. Everybody already know. I'm willing. I got the pockets. I got the money, bro. And we get our own stadium. We in LA. Shit. Why not? Try to buy him a chip. Why the fuck not? Shit. So it's interesting. Interesting to see how this is gonna play out. We didn't have a chance to talk about this. We're gonna move on, but we're gonna stay with a little bit the NBA. We did not have a chance to talk about this. We've had everybody and their mama weigh in on what LeBron had to say about Miami and the Miami Heat, as far as him saying that he would be the same player if he did not go to Miami. I've heard, I think, every angle, of this, I feel like. But y'all's. So I just wanted to know where y'all think. Do y'all feel like he needed the Heat, or he just could have went anywhere else and he probably would have got at least the same results?
I'm gonna say he needed to get out of Cleveland. That's what he needed to do. He had options. Back then, it was like the Heat. I feel like it was like the Knicks. And it was somebody else that they was like, I feel like Chicago, I think.
Yeah.
Was saying like, yeah, they could get Bron too. So as long as he would have left Cleveland, I feel like if he go to the Knicks and team up with a Amari and somebody else, possibly, if he go to the Bulls, him and D Rose, oh my God, I stop it. Just
People don't think about that. That D Rose was
that shit would have
different.
been crazy. That shit would have been crazy.
I would have been so happy.
But I feel like, yeah, as long as he wouldn't have just went to just like any old organization.
Team.
So yeah, he would have ended up teaming up with some guys, and I feel like, yeah, I feel like him as a player, he would have been the same LeBron. Like he would have still been just as dominant as a player. It would have been up to the team, to win them championships. I feel like he probably still would have won them championships because he wouldn't have went nowhere booty. I feel like him and whoever could have probably got it done. If he go to Chicago with D Rose, them boys winning 6 championships.
Darius, I'm gonna go ahead and do this. Darius, I gotta ask you this as the Knick fan. Because now, news is already been talking about this, but when you found out that it was supposed to be a group, so apparently LeBron, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh were talking about going and playing for the same team. Wherever LeBron was gonna go is where D Wade was gonna go. That's how it was gonna go, and that's the same way with Chris Bosh. Wherever LeBron was going, that's where he was going. The only place that he wasn't going was Cleveland, because LeBron tried to stay, and they said, "Nah, I ain't going to Cleveland, dog." So when it came that they originally decided on the New York Knicks, and your boy messed it up by signing Amari Stoudemire, how does that make, as a Knicks fan, how does that make you feel?
How the fuck you think it make me feel, nigga? What the fuck? What kind of question is that? Those could have been my championships. You know what I'm saying? Me and LeBron could have been celebrating. But hey, it's whatever. Fuck everybody who was involved. That's how.
But now, Blair, how do you feel about it? Like about what LeBron had to say, as far as like his career would have been the same.
I mean, I feel like he might have won at least one or two, which is all he won was two. So he probably would have. He could have got something somewhere else. There's no guarantee. I mean,
Oh,
there's
nothing is
really no
guaranteed.
guarantee he would have won anything, but he probably. I don't know if he, without those two, that one in Cleveland and the one at LA, they kind of started building up. So he probably would still be all right, but without those two championships to kind of get it moving, I don't know if it works out in Cleveland that way. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Like, I personally do believe he still would have been as dominant as he was and as he is even now today, which is still stupid and crazy and mind-boggling to even think about. But people like when people were talking about it, and I've been seeing a lot of the reactions like, oh, he needed Miami, blah blah blah. No, he really didn't. Like y'all gotta really think about this. One, they was already had all decided they were going together as a team, meaning D Wade, LeBron, and Chris Bosh already all decided that they were going to play together. They just wanted to decide where they was going to go. And if that wasn't the
You
case, let's
saying
say,
it wouldn't have just been LeBron? It's those three, so it
yeah,
don't.
somebody was coming. Mike Miller was waiting, and that's what Gilbert Arenas was talking about on his podcast. Shout out to him about that they were a package deal. They were all going to go, together. And the owners just didn't know what they were trying to do. And even if it was just LeBron as the individual, you mean to tell me if it's just LeBron and he's decided, you know what, I want to go to LA now to play with Kobe. Like they not gonna get no chips. Come on, man. Come on now, y'all. Like that doesn't make sense for people to say that he wouldn't have been at least the same player or on the same level. Like we had already been seeing him doing what he was doing. He had already averaged 30. He had already had 2 MVPs. He had already did a lot of the things. So for him to be, to go to Miami, I think it did help because he learned some things. Wherever he was going to go, he was going to learn something different because it's a new organization that does things different. And he was like Darius said, he wasn't just going to go to some booty squad. He was going to go somewhere where they had a history of success. Period. Like that's asinine to say that he wouldn't have been this guy. I did hear Gilbert's take too as well, talking about how he like tell me what the Heat way really is. Like what is it? They bought a championship. Like, what is it for real? Like when they got Shaq. Okay, before they got Shaq, how many chips did they have? None. I
Hey,
mean, when
you're
you keep it
not
real, you keep it
winning,
real.
bro. You're not
Not
winning
winning.
without high profile players, bro. It's an anomaly to win without super and to sustain success. Like you talking about like dynasties in the league, like these ain't no booty teams. Like the '04 Pistons ain't or the them boys ain't no dynasty. Cause they ain't no Showtime Lakers, or they ain't no Chicago Bulls, or they ain't the Golden State Warriors or the Heatles. Like it take star power to do shit like that.
Facts. So I don't know. I just thought that whole conversation was interesting, and a lot of people exposed themselves because they didn't really think outside of what they thought of what they think of the Miami Heat. It's just,
I ain't
whew.
putting it on the Heat. I'm just saying that he don't win them two. It's a different story.
Yeah, but I'm saying he could have won those two a lot of different
Somewhere else.
places.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, he would have won those two somewhere else. So like, it's just a simple answer. Like, so you mean to tell me he wouldn't have gone to LA by himself to play with Kobe? They wouldn't have won two? Nigga, they would have won 4 or 5. Like,
I
nobody's
feel like
beating
they
them.
definitely would have, but then it would have just been like, oh, he'd have always been behind Kobe at that point.
Correct. And that's the point. But that's what I'm saying though. Like,
I don't know, but what if he would have won like 3 with Kobe and then left and won like 2 more? Then it would have been like, oh, this nigga LeBron is crazy, son. That shit would have been crazy.
And then that sparks a whole new conversation, and he would have been right back to where he is right now. Niggas just still talk about him like,
I
hey,
feel
dude,
like even without the ships, I feel like the player that he is, he still would have been, just
mm-hmm,
like
It would be
crazy
better.
dominant, more MVPs. He probably would have still broken the scoring record. All of that.
mm-hmm.
I feel like all of that shit would have still happened.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. He might have a little bit more accolades too if he had gone somewhere else and not teamed up with somebody. So, but moving on, we're gonna go to the NFL. I know that's what y'all here for. You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to get ready to place bets. You know, so got to let y'all know who we got. Last week we had a week. You know, um, in last place we have a 3-way tie. It was Blair, Sean, and me with 8 games picked correctly.
Okay.
Mm,
In second place, we have Darius with 9 games picked correctly. And in first place
dang.
is Brianna with 10 games picked correctly. So the overall rankings is looking like this: Blair with 85, Sean with 90, me with 92, Darius with 94, and Brianna with 97. Woo! So it's gonna be interesting to see where we go from here. Um, there was a lot of games that happened that, hey, quite frankly, we did not see coming. Nobody picked the Browns against Baltimore, but hey, the Browns came out and just did their thing, and they pulled it out.
Buffalo blew that.
Hey, they had the lead and they let it go. So they lost, just like the
Yeah.
Bengals. We lost, and we deserved to lose.
Fuck
How about
you.
that? We deserved it. So it is
Some
what it
what
is.
AFC North we put on for you. We
We
put on.
still putting on for the AFC North. Speaking of the AFC North, the first game on Thursday Night Football. It is the hard hitting, nasty Cincinnati Bengals versus the nasty Baltimore Ravens. Darius, as the one who has the better record by a game, you go first this week. Who do you got? Baltimore or Cincinnati?
This one in Cincinnati, right?
It is in Baltimore.
Oh, see, man, look, I don't know. This is probably as tight as it has been in a while. I do feel like Baltimore is playing slightly better football,
I agree.
but I feel like the Bengals cannot lose this game.
I
Like,
agree.
they ain't lose this game. If they lose this game, that might be it, bro. That might be it. Might be it. It's probably definitely it for the
It's a
division.
Thursday game too.
At that
It's
point,
a
they will
Thursday
be,
game.
I think y'all will be 0-3 in the division.
Division. Mm-hmm.
So it's tough. But man, Baltimore be doing that bullshit, bro. Like, I don't understand all the games
It's
that
tough,
they
right?
lost.
Like it's
They were
crazy.
supposed to win. They leading in the fourth quarter, all of this shit, bro. Man, I think Baltimore put them to sleep, bro. Over with.
Ooh.
I think they closed the door. Closed the door on them. Close game. 24-23.
Interesting.
Baltimore. Justin Tucker, 57 yards.
All right. All right. Um, I'm gonna go Cincinnati. I do think Baltimore is playing a little bit better football right now. I feel like The Bengals do need to get healthy. I think T. Higgins is going to come back from the hamstring that he had. I felt like they could play without him. I think he could have played. I think they felt like we can rest him this week and still get the dub. Turns out he couldn't. So we did not get the dub. But you got to shout out to CJ Stroud, man. He is doing his fucking thing, man. He might be the leading candidate for the MVP. So you
Right.
hey, you can definitely say it.
He deserves a nod in the conversation.
Yes.
They ain't won that many games.
Yeah, they haven't won that many games, but I think he
Beating
coming
up
for
on
some stuff.
they beating up on the AFC North though. So,
Yes. First team, he'd be the first man since 1957, Jim Brown, first and only man to get the MVP and the rookie of the year in the same season. So luckily, I mean, I love to see him do it. But yeah, for him to go down late in the game and get that dub and beat my Bengals, man, it hurt my feelings, but I was also happy for him, man. Go Bucks. But I think we're gonna get the dub, man. I think we're gonna get the dub, and I say the Cincinnati Bengals will win this game by a touchdown. So it's going to be 28-14. No, let me go 28-21 Bengals. It's gonna be tough though. It's gonna be a tough one, but I think they'll pull it out. Blair,
it's a must win for you, dog.
it's must win. It's must win. It's must win. It's must win. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's must win. Blair, where you going, man?
It's at home, man. It's a division game. I usually go for the home team, so I'm gonna go Baltimore. Cincinnati,
Baltimore.
they better get it.
Yeah, they definitely got to get it together, man, especially on the defensive end. But we gonna see. We gonna see. Moving on to another division game. The nasty AFC North. It's the Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns coming off a big win in Baltimore. Darius, you seen what the Magic Man is out there doing right now? Deshaun Watson shaking loose from tackles. Do you feel like y'all got enough to pull this one out in Cleveland?
It's gonna be hard to beat Cleveland in Cleveland this week. That's all I can really say. Like, it's gonna be hard to beat these dudes, man. I can say,
yeah,
Deshaun Watson have a new injury every week. You done hurt his ankle now. I am banking on us making it tough. They don't have this crazy running game. It's just feel like it's just gonna be one of them games. It's gonna be ugly. As long as we don't let Myles Garrett wreck shop, I feel like my running game is coming. It's coming along. Broderick Jones, he done made a difference. Hopefully Minka can come back this week. If he can come back,
yep. And y'all won the last one.
Joey Porter Jr. is gonna play that much better. So whenever Minka come back. But Pat Freiermuth also might come back. So my team getting healthy. Hey, we about to steal this game in Cleveland and challenge Baltimore for the top of the division. And it's going to be 17-10.
Ooh, Blair, who you got?
I go home team, man. So I'm gonna go Cleveland.
Hey, every time Blair pick against me, we win.
Yeah, I know, right?
Let's go.
I'm gonna go Cleveland here, man. I said at the beginning of the season that I think that the Cleveland Browns is gonna split with a lot of teams and just about everybody in the division. I'm gonna go Cleveland, man. I think Cleveland is gonna be able to pull this one out. feel like they're coming off the high in the mental hurdle of finally beating Baltimore in Baltimore. So I like Cleveland in this one, man. They at home. They're gonna have a little bit more energy. They don't have to travel. So that's better for the injuries that Deshaun Watson has. It's better for the ankle. He ain't got to get on the plane. So and he can get more treatment because he at home. So get
Better
whatever
get
you need to get
Oh,
done.
because Watt and Highsmith on that ass, boy. On that
Hey,
ass, boy.
Mr. Garrett is coming. That's all I
Hey,
got to say.
all I can tell you is I have not outgained an opponent all season.
all season.
This is
I am
ridiculous.
6-3. I have no worries whatsoever, bro. Somehow, some way. Hey, if you
Get
ain't
it
blowing
done.
us
I
out,
feel you.
if you ain't blowing us out, hey, we trying to win. I'm tell you right now. Shout out to Mike Tomlin, man. I don't know how this nigga do it.
He doing it though. He doing it though. But quiet as it's kept, it's time for a new QB.
Hey, maybe we could bring Joe Burrow over, show, show him winning ways, you know what I'm saying? Learn from
He good. He
championship
good.
experience.
Good. Is he
He
good,
good.
Chris?
He good where he at.
Not good, is he?
Move, moving on.
Oh, now he good.
He good. He
Y'all want to talk
good.
about that?
He good.
He real
He,
good, huh?
he good where he at. He good where he at. Ohio boys stand up. Moving on. Next game. We have the Chicago Bears at the Detroit Lions. Chicago's been doing some things, man. They got pulled it off last week. Who you got there? Chicago, Detroit, Chicago.
I'm definitely going with Big Detroit, man. Detroit is possibly a Super Bowl contender.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly, man. All I'm saying is playing some good football, man. They just won the shootout. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they're gonna beat up on the Bears, man. The Bears just still don't have enough. They've won against some booty teams. So how many games they win?
Blah, blah. 3-7.
3, right? Yeah, they 3-7. Yeah, they're gonna beat the hell out of them boys. Justin Fields looking to come back this week?
I think he is still doubtful at this point. They're not. They haven't released any information on whether or not he's actually going to play.
Do they want him to come back since 2 of their dubs have been from the backup?
At this point, I think they still want to. I think they're trying to see where they can, how far they can take it. If the guy is giving them momentum and he's winning games, because I mean at this point he's kind of winning games, whether you like it or
Like
not.
2-2.
He's won 2 games. So he's beat the Raiders and he beat the Panthers. So this week he got Detroit. But Justin is still listed as questionable right now. They're not saying if he's practiced or not. It doesn't look like he's practiced. They said he's listed as inactive last week, and he did not play. So far this week, they haven't said anything. I don't think he's playing. So I'm gonna roll with Detroit as well. I rolled with them last week. I'm gonna roll with them again this week. They ain't let me down. So it is what it is. Blair? Detroit Lions. Moving on. So the next game, we have the LA Chargers at the Green Bay Packers. Proud organization. They tried to come back and they tried to steal one from Pittsburgh, man. In Pittsburgh, man. They just couldn't hang on, man. They couldn't do the thing. They couldn't finish it off. So Darius, what you think, man? You got the Chargers, man, in Green Bay, Wisconsin.
No, I got the Chargers barely beating a team that they should smack. These dudes can't get it together, bro. Sorry, Mr. Staley. you will be replaced at the end of this season.
I mean, they just lost to Detroit, man. So we'll see. He got the Chargers. Blair,
Chargers.
he's going with the LA
Can't pick
Chargers.
Green Bay, bro. They're not. I just can't do it.
This one's a tough one for me, man. I really, they did. I mean, the Chargers lose to good teams. When you're looking at their record, the teams that they beat, the Vikings, not that great. The Raiders, the Bears, the Jets. And they lost to the Lions, they lost to the Chiefs, they lost to Dallas, they lost to Tennessee, they lost to the Dolphins. I don't really trust them, but I understand why you guys are going with the Chargers. I'm gonna go Green Bay, man. I feel like the weather's gonna play a factor. And I think Green Bay is going to be able to pull this off. Jordan Love, man, please cut out the mistakes. Okay? Just hand the ball off, coach, and see where we can go from here. But I think the Chargers defense is starting to step it up. But I believe that the Green Bay Packers are going to be able to get that run game going, and they're gonna pull this one out. It's going to be a tough weather game, and they're going to pull it out. I like Green Bay in this one. Moving on. Next game. We have the revitalized Raiders, baby. The Raiders at the Miami Dolphins. Yes. Who you got?
Shout out Antonio Pierce, man. Bringing some life into that locker room, man, for sure. But about to run into a buzzsaw. Got the Dolphins coming off a bye week. It's gonna be tough. I'm going with the Dolphins for sure. For sure.
Yeah, I got the Dolphins big in this one. It's too many things working in their favor. They're at home. They're coming off a bye week. They've had 2 weeks to prepare. I'm going Dolphins. Blair?
Dolphins.
Yep. It's too much working in their favor, man. Dolphins lose that one, man. It's just sketchy. It's sketchy. Moving on. The next game, we have the Trash Bowl. It's the New York Giants at the Washington team. Darius, who you going with?
Trash Bowl. Yeah,
there's no way that I could pick the New York Giants anytime, at any point for the rest of the season. I don't think Washington is trash. Just feel like Ron Rivera's old as fuck. Time for him to go. And Sam Howell might be all right, man. I don't know. Get another year under his belt. We'll see how it go. I mean, they done traded off their defense now, so we gotta see. But that's enough to beat the Giants. I'm going with the Commanders.
The Commanders. Yeah, I'm going Washington team, man. I feel like the Giants might be one of the worst teams I've ever seen. They're that bad. They're that bad.
That's heavy, bro.
Hey, bro, watching them not throw the ball for like a whole game is like, woo. We took a rewind back to 1952. Where the forward pass didn't exist. Like it was it was horrible. That was a horrible game to watch the other night, boy. Woo! And then we knew they was playing Dallas. Oh Lord, we do. Dallas done gave them boys the blues 2 times. They really are the blue boys after playing Dallas.
So dirty, man.
I can't pick New York the rest of the season, man. I don't think I can do it. Where you going, Blair? You going Washington?
Yeah, man.
Can you take a chance on Giants, man?
Yeah, man. You got the Saquon, man. He got his own shoe.
Can't do it, bro.
You know, that's messed up. Moving on. Hey, Saquon. See you in Cincinnati next year, man. You know what I'm saying? Next game on the schedule, we have the Tennessee Titans. This one's going to be interesting. At the Jacksonville Jaguars. Ooh, Jacksonville messed around and found out last week, didn't they? The 49ers unveiled that new package. It's called the Young Bosa package. And Trevor was like, help me, please. Darius, who you got in this one, man? You think Tennessee got that type of defense where they just going to be able to be like, you're not doing anything today?
I don't know if they got that. This is a trap game for the Jaguars.
Oh, it's a trap. It's very trappy.
But I'm going to say they got enough to pull it out. I'm going to go with the Jaguars. If the Jaguars lose this game, they're in trouble. They're in big trouble.
Yeah.
Because Houston is on the horizon. But they should be able to rebound, hopefully, because this game was terrible. And I tried to tell some of my comrades out there, not you guys, but some of my other comrades out there, hey, this dude Trevor Lawrence he's just a guy right now. I'm saying that he can't be great. Right now, he is not what I think he is. Dude is just an okay quarterback at this point. Right now, he has 9 touchdowns and 10 turnovers.
They haven't translated yet, huh?
Yeah, sounds mediocre to me.
Interesting. He's going to Jags. I'm gonna go to Jags here too, man. I think Trevor's gonna have a bounce back game. I don't think we know Tennessee's defensive line ain't what San Francisco's is right now. Now that they got the trade in, it's different. So
they're in trouble.
They don't win this game. Houston coming for that ass, man. I can't lie, man. CJ coming. Speaking of, moving on, next game. We have the Arizona Cardinals at the Houston Texans and CJ Stroud. Darius, who you got, man? I think they said is Kyler Murray coming back for this game?
He played in the last game.
He played in the last game? Oh, did he? Oh, okay.
He did. Sweet. Bro.
Yeah, I told you Arizona was gonna win last week, man. Told you, man. Goddamn. I don't know, man. Now that Kyler Murray back, I feel like he could keep it close. Fuck it. I'm gonna roll with Arizona again, man. We rocking. Kyler Murray for the dubs.
Blair?
Kyler Murray. I'm gonna go Texans, bro. I want to see CJ Stroud. I want to see D'Amico Ryans out there show some people some things. Let's go Texans. Kyler Murray gonna chop him up.
Hey.
Oh no.
Keep it close enough, man. Gonna keep it close enough, dog.
Kyler Murray is back. Just for reference, I did pick Arizona last week as well. Kyler Murray about to look across that field and see it's a young superstar in the league, man. He coming. I'm going Houston, man. That boy damn,
He's balling.
I he he doing things I did not think he was gonna be doing, especially not in year one, man. Not this soon. He he is impressive. He is very impressive. I mean, already knew he was good, but Lord Jesus, this boy, he a top 10 quarterback already, man. Like
He look good, man. I hope he can
he
keep it up.
looked damn
We'll
good,
see how
man.
the second half of the year go.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got to
Right
finish this run
scheming
off,
for
man.
him, we'll see. They get some tape
Yeah,
on him.
yeah. I mean, I feel like they already got the tape on him, man. They trying different things. I mean, we got him. He threw another pick, but sheesh, he just took his team right back down. He took his team right back
I
down.
don't know. I'm probably
Boom,
leaning
boom,
that
boom.
way because the record is bad, but Kyler did get him a dub, so I guess he does change that team some.
Yeah, he definitely does. He definitely does. But their defense is not where it's at. And that's going to get exposed in this game, that especially their secondary. So I like Houston in this one, man. I like Houston in this one. I like Houston in this one 28-14. Houston at home. Moving on. The next game, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at the San Francisco 49ers. Darius, where you going to go with this one? Do we really need to discuss?
What I try to tell y'all, man. Once this team get healthy, it's over with, bruh. It's over with. Over with when them boys is healthy, man. Everybody was back. They went crazy on these dudes. They definitely going crazy on Maker Bayfield.
Oh, man.
It's going down. 49ers for the win.
Well, Blair?
49ers, man. Come on, man.
Yeah, it's the 49ers, man.
Like, only the 49ers. It's in San Fran, too. Can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah. I gotta go. I mean, I'll be dumb not to do it, man. It's the 49ers, man. I said when they got Chase Young, they going for they taking their Super Bowl shot this year. And them two defensive ends was meeting at the quarterback, making sandwiches. And it was not looking good.
Hey, Cam.
They was killing Trevor. And yeah, they couldn't do nothing, man. So I like San Fran, man. Baker Mayfield is going to be in for a long day at the office on Sunday. Whew. Feel for him. Moving on. Next game. It is the New York Jets at the Buffalo Bills, man. Coming off another loss to Denver, man. Disappointing. I told y'all they was going to take a step back, but damn.
They fired Ken Dorsey this morning, offensive coordinator.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. It was Ken Dorsey's fault that Josh
Hey,
Allen is out here throwing
I'm
interceptions
gonna tell you
left
that's what
and
got
right.
fired. I can't tell you.
Wow. Scapegoat City. That's what that is. He is part of the problem because they don't be running the ball. But Darius, what you think, man? Where's this gonna go? Because they just lost to Denver, so it's up in the air, my boy.
I don't know, man. I I really don't want to pick Buffalo, man. But they could blow it easily. They had 4 turnovers this past game.
They did. They're 5-5.
I feel like they in the same situation that Cincinnati is in. Like,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta win. You gotta win this week. But it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But I'm gonna go with Buffalo.
Yeah, that's the
20.
cold part. Is like, how do you pick the Jets the way they've been playing on the road?
Exactly. It's 20-10. I still don't think Buffalo plays a great game, but they just barely get it done.
I'm trying to figure out a way to say that I'm going to pick the Jets because
Okay,
Just do it.
don't figure out a way. Just do it.
the Jets is 4-5 too now. The Jets is 4-5. They beat Buffalo the first time.
Yep.
You know, they've beaten the Eagles. They've beaten Denver. They've beaten, the Giants. Nah. But they the last 2 weeks they lost to the Chargers and they lost to the Raiders, man. Two of those games were on the road. Well, one of those games were on the road. But I believe Buffalo is going to bounce back, man. I think that one was embarrassing. I think Buffalo's going to win this one, man. I
Thought you
just
said you
couldn't.
was trying to find a way to pick the Jets.
I I lost my glasses and I couldn't see and I couldn't find a win. Sorry,
Dang.
I couldn't find a win. Couldn't find a way, man. Couldn't find a way. I felt like I was Fivel trying to go west. I just wasn't able to do it. Blair, who you going with, man?
Come on, man. I already picked my team.
You said the Jets. Let's say going Jets, Jets.
Wow. Going with the Jets, huh? Whew. I can't believe you got the balls that I ain't got, my boy.
I'm going Jets. I better cut it out. No, y'all lying out here. I was like, all right, what are we doing? I don't know
thought
what
that's
we
what you
doing.
said.
Sound like you just hanging out until some trash come out and you like, he ain't gonna say nothing. I'm like, nah, bro, we not doing that. God.
Moving on. Next game. We got the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. Ooh, interesting. Where you gonna go with this one, Darius? They playing in Inglewood, where the Rams ain't up to no good.
And Matthew Stafford's supposed to be coming back. I'm gonna go Seahawks, man. Still like what they got going on down there. You know, they're a nice, formidable team. They should win this game. Not saying that the Rams can't win it, but
Yeah, they
Seahawks should win
definitely
this
got.
game, man. It's playoff push time. So time for teams to expect to win.
I'm going Seattle. Seattle, I feel like is the better team playing better right now. Matthew is coming off an injury. I just can't trust it, man. I just feel like Seattle is the better overall team. I
It's a
think the Rams
division
is,
game, right?
yeah. I think the
Yes, it
Rams is
is.
gonna be. It's gonna be there. They're gonna be better next year. This just not it. This just ain't it. Blair, where you going, my
NFC
boy?
West.
Go Seahawks, I guess. Go Rams. I want to go Rams, but it seems like that's not gonna help.
So
Seahawks, man. The Rams looking.
I know. I saw it all over your
Yeah.
face. Like
Yeah,
Go
you're
see,
not
ahead,
gonna be
man.
able to do it. Well, next game. Moving
right?
on. We have the Minnesota Vikings at the Denver Broncos. Ooh, just got a little bit interesting. Darius?
That's what I told y'all, man. Stop playing with young Joshua, man. Stop playing with the rocket scientist. This young man is out here putting together performances of greatness. And it's going to continue, at least for right now. I got the Vikings.
Upset pick of the week, but it's not really much of an upset. Denver. Book it. Blair?
Denver. Book it. No, I'm not going with Denver with you, bro.
Mm.
It's in Denver though. So
Well, how he feel about that Denver
every
air?
time for the teams, I know how that goes. I don't know, man. Denver has hold on, let me look at some things real quick. Denver has looked pretty good. Kind of a heater. Let's go, Denver. Let's go, Denver.
All right. Moving on.
Games recently, things are looking good.
He feels good about the pick. So do I. Moving on. Next game. Last game. Monday Night Football. Best game of the week. Finally. It is the Philadelphia Eagles at the Kansas City Chiefs. Boy, oh boy, is this going to be a matchup for the ages. Darius. Kansas City's coming off a bye, man. Who you got?
In a rematch of the Super Bowl, baby.
At the Super Bowl, baby.
I'm going to go with the champs, man. I think they got the Eagles number. I'm still back shaky on Jalen Hurts. Is he elite? Yes. But he is another high turnover guy. Like, she killed me with the turnovers, bro. They be killing me. The quarterback, you cannot have these high turnovers. He's another one that has these high turnovers. Yeah, man. I think we're just gonna see some Mahomes magic. And they get it done. 31-21.
I feel that. Blair?
Chiefs, bro. I'm Patrick Mahomes all day.
Chiefs. Well, not me. I'm a roll with Philly, man.
Roll with
I'm a roll with Philly, man. I feel like their running game is gonna keep the offense off the field. I just don't see their passing game besides Kelsey making a true difference against that Eagles secondary, who is very susceptible to the pass. I mean, they ain't got nobody back there for real. But yeah, I feel like as long as you double Kelsey and make the other dudes beat you, Kansas City has a problem. And yeah, I feel like Philly's going to be able to run the ball and they're going to be able to get the dub, man. I feel like Philly wins it 28-18.
Is Philly the best team in the league?
It's a good question. No, because I truly feel like the 49ers are a better team. I feel like they're a better team. I feel like they're a better built team. But I think Philly is right there with them. But I just personally like the 49ers better. So I wouldn't say that they're the best team in the league.
I do think the 49ers are the best team in the league.
Yeah.
All right.
So that's going to wrap it up for us this week, guys. Thank y'all for watching. Continue to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your mothers, brothers, sisters, cousins, aunties, uncles, and best friends that we out here. So like, share, and subscribe. We'll holler at y'all till next week. Deuce.
Peace.
And as always, go Bucks.